This is Kados Cakes and Chops. You're welcome to my channel. Join me as I take you on a step-by-step tutorial on how to make a simple red velvet cake. This cake is soft, moist, and so fluffy. Let's get started. In a clean bowl, I've measured and sifted 1 cup of all-purpose flour, 1 medium-sized egg, 1 tablespoon of corn flour, 1.5 teaspoon of cocoa powder, 1/2 cup of sugar, 1/2 cup of milk. I'll be sifting the corn flour into the all-purpose flour. As I add the corn flour, I'll be adding the cocoa powder into it. I'm sieving to make sure there are no lumps or dirt. If this is your first time coming across this channel, don't forget to share and like and subscribe to this channel for more tutorials on cakes, bread, and chops. After sieving the cornstarch and the cocoa powder, the next ingredient I'll be measuring into this my small sieve is baking powder and the baking soda. Baking powder or baking soda makes your cake rise well with a good structure. I'll be measuring 1 teaspoon of each into this small sieve, making sure there are no dirt or lumps. Sieve properly. You can see this lump. Use my measuring spoon to break it and sift it very well. This is the simplest and quickest red velvet cake recipe. Keep watching, the result will wow you. The next I'll be adding is 1/2 teaspoon of red food color. I'll pass it through the sieve also to make sure there are no lumps or dirt. This is the powdered food color. You can use the liquid one if you choose to. I am mixing the dried ingredients in one bowl. After that, I'll go ahead and mix the wet ingredients in another bowl. Now use my whisk and give it a good stir, mixing all the ingredients to make sure it mixes well and combines. Here I'll be adding some salt. 1/4 teaspoon of salt. I'll go ahead, use my whisk, and mix it again to make sure it mixes well. It combines. It's very important. It's always good you add a little salt into your cake mixture because it enhances the taste of the cake. In a separate bowl, I'll be adding 1 medium-sized egg, 1/2 cup of vegetable oil, 1/2 cup of milk, 1/2 cup of sugar. Then I'll be adding some flavor into the mixture. I'll be adding 1 teaspoon of vanilla flavor into the mixture. After adding the flavor, I will then use my whisk to mix, making sure the sugar is well dissolved and everything well mixed and combined. The mixing is going to take up to 2 minutes. Mix well until well combined, looking milky and smooth. This is the best oil-based red velvet cake recipe you can ever make. This is the best. The next step is mixing the wet and the dry ingredients. I'll go ahead and pour the wet ingredients into the dry one, using my whisk to mix. Gradually pouring the wet ingredients and mixing gradually. Then later, I'll finish the mixing with my spatula. You can see the batter is changing color already. It's turning red. I'll just drop the whisk now and use the spatula. I'll be using the spatula to give it a good mix, yet gentle. Mixing gently, cutting and mixing. Number one rule of cake making is don't overmix your batter. So as you mix, careful not to overmix. Can see how bright it looks? If you want this brighter, you add more color to it. I'm done mixing. I'll just set the batter aside. The next step is to oil the pan. But before oiling my cake pan, I'll be preheating the oven. Preheat my oven for 10 minutes. While the oven is preheating, I'm oiling the cake pan with some butter. After that, cut a parchment paper just like I did and lay at the bottom of your cake pan. To prevent your cake from burning, it makes the cake come out easily and smoothly. Very free. After transferring the batter into the cake pan, I'll go ahead and give it a tap on the table 2 to 3 times in order to release air bubbles. Any air trapped in the batter will be released before transferring it into the oven. Now the cake batter goes into the preheated oven. I'll be baking this cake for 170 degrees centigrade for 35 minutes. And after 35 minutes, our red velvet cake is out, looking all pretty. Insert a skewer in the middle of your cake to check and know when your cake is fully baked. Ensure you check your cake with a skewer before bringing it out of the oven. Let the cake sit on a rack for 10 to 20 minutes to cool before bringing it out of the pan. It's time to bring out our red velvet cake. We check the quality, the texture, and the taste. I'll go ahead and flip it over a plate and remove the pan. Then peel off the baking paper or the parchment paper. You can see it is super easy baking a red velvet cake for yourself at home. If you like this recipe, try it out and drop a comment in the comment section. Let me know how it turned out. Now it's time to cut the cake and have a bite. Whether you are a seasoned baker or a beginner, you need to give this recipe a try. Can't wait to have a bite. If you like this recipe, please share and like, and don't forget to subscribe to this channel for more tutorial. This cake is fluffy. Wow, fluffy, moist, and soft. This is beautiful. This recipe is super easy and simple. Thank you all for watching, and I will see you in my next one.